baby. What's going on? What's going on, good people? It's your boy B3, aka the Kush Motivational Speaker. Hey, I know it's been a minute since you've seen us normal, that is. You haven't seen us normal in a minute. No, been playing around, doing dibbling, dabbling, and do things, let you hear my different little voices. But now I have somebody special with me today that I just can't wait to introduce you guys to. So I hope you're ready for the flight, because I am. Welcome back to Zero Gravity. So I told you guys before that I had a special guest here with me today, and I am so juiced because, like I was saying before, probably I didn't get to say it enough times, I met him on strength. I'm talking about from a person to a person to a person to a person, and still I'm upset because I only had a little piece of of his cheesecake. So you guys, please give a warm round of applause for my guy Justin of Heaven in a Bite. See what's popping, yo. Yo, thank you, man, for coming here and come saying what's up to us, bro. We really appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. I mean, I hope it didn't get lost trying to get up here to the studio.
Yeah, just a little bit.
See,
a little bit.
It happens to the best of us, man. I got lost too a couple of times, but so off straight, I'm gonna get straight into it because I still want my cheesecake. But other than that, so how did you get into the whole cheesecake? Like, why cheesecake? Why did you choose cheesecake?
Yeah, so I feel like cheesecake is kind of like the top, like the most popular American dessert. Like every restaurant has it. So I mean, at first, my first flavor was actually brownie. I started with like a brownie one, and then there I kind of like scouted out which was like the best desserts after that, and then cheesecake came to mind, and I tried it, like I tested it out. I was like, yeah, like it works, and I tasted it, and I was like, yeah, it worked. And when I've been bringing them to events, they're gone. Like the strawberry cheesecake one, I'm not sure if that's one you have, but that one's my top seller.
The strawberry cheesecake?
Yeah, strawberry cheesecake. And so I knew I had to keep it on right when I brought it out.
Dude,
but
yeah, because I'm telling you, that Oreo one.
Oh yeah, the Oreo one. Actually, the Oreo one became, I think it's past my strawberry cheesecake one as far as like top seller.
Oh snap!
And it was like I've released it for a couple months, and it already like went, so it already passed it.
Hey man, so, I can tell.
Our two top sellers.
See, you know what? He's not lying, because like I was saying before, I had a coworker bring me some from all the way from Sacramento. Still had some. Literally, like she had two. I only had like a piece of it, and told her, "Yeah, I got to get this guy on." Bad, because this is fun. I had to get you on. So, question: how was it opening your business? Like first, like how was it just starting up and things like that?
Yeah, so actually I started out as like walking around, with the ice chest and like word of mouth back in like the December of 2020. So it's like on foot, like word of mouth, Instagram, flyers, and then I continued that for like the whole month, and it didn't go. It went all right.
Right.
I mean, not the best, because people kind of saw me as a little sketchy, but but that was all I knew. So I was walking around with my ice chest, and then someone told me about pop-up events where I like set my table, set my stuff up. So I got into that. First couple events were like the smaller ones. I didn't really make much. And then, I got into like the bigger ones, the more popping ones, and I slowly got rolling from there. But yeah, the start of it was, it was
you was out
a lot
there
of learning.
With an ice chest, though.
Yeah, just
you was out there you really was just out here with an ice chest?
Yeah, I was walking around the ice chest, walking around like downtown, Old Sac, just walking around, like approaching people, introducing myself.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
That's how I started.
See, that's entrepreneurship at its finest. See, most people don't want to put in the footwork.
Yeah.
You literally put the footwork in.
Yeah.
Oh snap! Like I was saying, about that Oreo cheesecake one. What about you? Like, what are some of your what would you say? What are some of your favorite products that you sell?
Yeah, I would say my Oreo one. That's my personal favorite. I mean, the Oreo one, the brownie one's actually, I like the brownie one personally, but it doesn't sell the best. So, I gotta take the people's preference over mine. So I had to kind of stop that. But yeah, the Oreo one, I like it better than strawberry cheesecake. But they're both fighting up there.
They trying to get their
Yeah.
spot. Oh, hey, I don't want you to lie. No, that's what I'm saying. Speaking of that, is it when you're getting all your recipes together? Is it hard coming up with new recipes, or what do you?
Different flavors
Yeah,
in your
different flavors. Yeah.
I mean, not really. Like I have a long list of flavors that I want to try, combinations I want to try. Like the Biscoff cookie.
Ooh.
That I want to go like exotic flavors like hot Cheetos, like Lay's, like stuff really out there. Like
Wait, hold on. You got some with chips?
it's kind of that's not me.
Hey, I want to try these.
Yeah, that's just stuff that I want to try, see, go crazy, like really out in the wild and grab people's attention like that. Like that, like a chocolate one. Like there's definitely like stuff that I want to try, but it's more on like getting them, like releasing them and keeping it not chaotic. Yeah, and like I kind of ran into that during like the end of the summer last year. I was trying to release like a bunch of different flavors, different combinations, and it got a little too like unorganized kind of. Like right now, like I only have my strawberry cheesecake and my Oreo ones. Those are like the main ones I bring to my events because it's more, I don't know how to say it, it's more like organized and
it's more of a need.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are constantly jumping.
right.
Shoot, I always wondered, like, when it comes to you with the recipes, is it more like a seasonal type? Like, you would add, like, these are good during this season, but then, you'll get it next season type thing.
Yeah, I mean, I got into that with, like, the fall and Halloween. Like, we did a pumpkin cheesecake one,
Ooh.
a pumpkin pie one.
Ooh, you messing people up with that. That's good.
Yeah, so those, and then I kind of skipped out on Christmas just because ice cream sales weren't really.
Right.
Yeah, they kind of died down. But yeah, definitely Christmas I want to do like peppermints and so definitely like seasonal stuff. But
make that work, bro. I was like, I'm always with my eggnog. Yeah, let's make some special eggnog, eggnog
ones,
cheesecakes. Yeah, put a little bit of rum in there. We good. Put just a little bit of rum.
A splash, yeah.
just a splash of rum.
Yeah.
And then you know what? There was actually something else I wanted to ask. So where did you come up with the name? Because I remember it was a different name before.
Yeah.
And then we turned it to Heaven and Bites. Like, what was up with the name change, or where did you come up with the name?
Right. So first like last year was Creams Creations.
Right.
That was the original name. That was something that I brainstormed with a couple of my friends. We just brainstormed it. And we used that, not really looking at like trademarking or legal stuff or like domains being taken. So we just rolled with that. And then, now after my first year, I'm kind of like going to like legal stuff. So trademarking, license, permits. Now that I'm approaching that, I'm seeing Creams Creations. It's gonna, like trademarking it might be a little difficult. The domain is taken. The Instagram's actually taken. I don't know if people realize, but I had to put like underscores. Yeah,
Oh.
So straight Creams Creations was taken. So I did Creams_Creations. So now I just figured instead of like buying the Instagram, paying some for Instagram, paying for the domain, I'll just come up with a whole new name.
Just scrap it. Let's do.
Yeah.
Just come up with something way off the top of the dome.
Yeah,
Like
and I mean the only problem was that I had to brand it. Like I pushed out Creams Creations,
right.
Got my stickers out, got all the talking out, but I feel like this is definitely a better route.
Oh no, I like this name better
Heaven
anyway.
by Desserts.
Yeah. Heaven in a Bite, because that's what it is. It's Heaven in a Bite. I like that. That's why I said we can keep with that. I like that. I like that role. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was better. The Instagram was not taken, the domain was not taken, trademarking it was easier. So yeah, I mean it had its downsides, but definitely going like towards the future, I feel like this would be better.
Oh no, see, that's what business heads do, man. They make sure to get everything on point.
Yeah.
These are the structures of entrepreneurship, y'all. I hope y'all taking notes. I really hope y'all taking notes. So now I'm gonna get a little deep with you, just a little. So since we already talked about you with the ice chest out there, what would you say so far? And of course with the name change,
right.
What would you say the biggest difficulties of opening your business, man?
Yeah, so definitely, I mean, all of the legal stuff for the food business. You know, I'm just learning about it, getting into it. There's like a lot of different permits and license that you have to do. Like you gotta get a permit for Sacramento if you want to go to San Francisco. You have to get a permit for San Francisco, and
Damn.
yeah, it's a lot. You know, like college permit, business license. So you know, for me, this is my first time kind of like researching and diving into it. So yeah, that's one difficulty about it. I would say marketing. That's something I'm also trying to learn right now, because marketing is big.
Yeah, you know it. Constantly push it out.
Yeah, how you market is big, so that's something I'm trying to get into, learn more about. And I mean, customers. You know, getting the customers, getting the attention. I got a little like touch on that the first year.
Because
Yeah, filling it out.
well, and then COVID and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Probably because you said 2020 is when you kind of started
Like
slowly.
December 2020.
Mhm.
Wait, no, sorry, 2021.
2021. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, hey man, he was out there doing, getting money.
Yeah, the end of 2021, sorry. 2021.
2021.
And then 2022 was my full year.
Mhm.
And that's when I really, you know, because I sold stuff like at school, like candy, you know, I resold shoes and clothing, but this is more like on a bigger scale.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was definitely getting the feel of it.
Oh man, you was a hustler. That's what that is. You see, it has to start somewhere. I have
Right.
friends like that too. You know, get a box of candy. I got you $1. I got $1 a bar. You know, $1.25 a bar. You know,
Right.
nah, that's dope. That's how you're supposed to start, man. See, and then you said that was your beginning.
Yeah,
That was your starter pack right
Right.
there. And now you in the big shoes now.
Right, yeah,
But this is good though. How does it feel? How you feeling over there?
I like it. You know, this is something I've wanted to do. I've always been interested in like the entrepreneurship, you know, businesses. So yeah, I definitely like, you know, learning about it, but it definitely outweighs the difficulties and the cons of it.
Like
The
that.
fact that I like it, but
See how a lot of people say there's the negatives and the positives,
Yeah.
and then if the positives outweigh the negative, you know,
it's good.
you're getting there. 'Cause
Right.
we all know takes a certain mental state in order to become an entrepreneur. You know, not everybody can do this.
Yeah, and I mean definitely like there's, you know, the hard events. There was one event I went to. It was 8 hours long, and you know, usually my eyes light up. And it's like, you know, that's a lot of sales I'm gonna get.
Right.
The sun was like midsummer, so it was like 103, so it was hot out there.
Damn. Yeah.
I went there, it was dead. Completely.
Oh, because it was too hot. Right.
Yeah, and you know, also something I'm learning about is like being careful on which events I go to, because you know that event they didn't really get people out. They weren't able to draw people out. And I was sitting there, and you know, it's one thing when it's hot, and another thing when it's slow. So it's like put those together, bad event.
Like you melting while not literally getting anything out in the
and
process.
I'm losing money too because you know I have to pay for the spot.
Exactly.
So you know, it's definitely like experience is gonna help, but yeah, and there's the bad events, not making money, losing money on the profit. But you know, it's all part of the learning experience, and
That's true. And, you know, I appreciate that, bro, because, you know, like I was just saying earlier, like it takes a certain mind state for people to go into entrepreneurship.
yeah.
But I want to ask you, like, not to get too personal on
Right.
you, but what are things that you yourself had to overcome, challenges that you yourself overcome? I know there's like, we already know we're going to have to get licenses. We know we're going to have to deal with random people to get things across. But most of the time, us as entrepreneurs, you know, we have to get over some of our own
Right.
issues to get to where we want to be.
Of course.
What would you say, like something that you had to get over, or something that, you know, or you're just now getting over?
Right. Well, I mean, just the like the whole, like just looking at what it takes to become a successful business,
Mhm.
and then seeing where I'm at now, and seeing, you know, I have to get through all of this, and it's not really like a written step on you to this, and then you become successful. You know, it's definitely like learning the process, motivating myself to wanting to keep going, and you know, like I said, like especially after the bad events,
Right.
it's like dang, like it takes like the really bad events takes like part out of you. But you know, just having to motivate myself and keep pushing, knowing that, and just like keeping that vision of successful business, franchising and retail stores, just keeping that in mind.
It's
And
coming.
yeah,
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 I
no,
like
for
that.
sure. I think like the motivation and keeping myself like on track is, yeah, that,
Shoot, you pretty much answered. I was getting ready to ask what inspires you. So it's like it kind of blended in there.
yeah.
So what would you? So if I could just put it on a straight sentence, or it's going to be hard to do that, I know.
Right.
But what would you say
Inspired.
inspires you? Like,
Yeah.
what is it? Like, if you could sum it up.
I mean, just seeing, because I have like a picture of what I want this future to be like. Like I say, like franchises,
Right.
having retail stores, just keeping that in mind, and like when I feel out of it, just remembering that and knowing that, because I believe you work hard and you like stay focused, you're gonna get there. And just keeping myself, because it's on me to motivate myself, keep pushing myself.
Exactly.
But yeah, definitely the dream of my future, like that's my main push. And
Shoot, you motivating people right now. You gotta say right now, you're motivating people right now.
appreciate it.
And I have to say, yeah, see? You motivating people right now, bro. You have no idea. There's a lot of people
if
that
I
want to
could,
get up there.
hey, that's what this show's about, man.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Really.
It's about the motivating other entrepreneurs to be able to, that they can do
Right.
it. Because, like I said, mentality.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
probably, our first, like you said, first year, so, right?
Yeah.
Some people quit after that first year and be like,
Right.
it just wasn't for me. I couldn't do it. I didn't have the heart for it. And you didn't. You didn't have the heart for
Right.
it. So that's for real. You didn't.
Right.
So, but if you constantly keep pushing,
going, yeah.
persevering, yeah, dude, you got me hyped up.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. I
You
try
got me
to hype
hyped up.
myself up. And,
Yeah.
And I read this quote where you're saying like, because I also look at businesses that fail and businesses that dive to the ground, bankruptcy. But I think like this one quote is like, you're never, like even when you drop down,
Mhm.
you're like you don't lose until you quit. So like you just gotta keep pushing, and even the bad events or the stuff that like kind of fears me a little bit, the challenges, I just know that you gotta just keep going, keep pushing. Doesn't matter, because some businesses they explode in like a year, like they go rapidly in like a year. Some take 10
Yeah. Tank.
Some takes like 10 years though, 5 years. Like what I said, like there's not really like a timeline or a step to becoming like a successful business.
Exactly.
So you just gotta like stay on your own path, and I do like analyze other businesses, like successful businesses, failed businesses, but at the same time I don't really get into like too focused on that. I kind of like just stay in my
Keeping yourself
keep it
focused.
to myself, and because I know like I have high confidence with my product
Mhm.
and my business, because I feel like you really gotta love your products and your business to be able to like genuinely push it out and genuinely like sell it. So yeah, just keeping to myself, and I feel like other people, they kind of look at other businesses and get like a little distracted,
Right.
or see that someone's been like other people around them, they're like exploding, and they're still
Still
on the
just-
ground.
Still building up. Right?
Yeah, and you just gotta keep to yourself. And
There was something that you had said when you said earlier. It was like, when you hit the bottom, it's
Yeah.
not the over.
yeah,
If you ever get a chance, Les Brown, he's a motivational speaker.
Right.
He has something like that too. He pretty much says, even if you hit rock bottom, that's a good place to start your foundation
Right.
from. So you may
Right.
have hit rock bottom, but that's a solid place to start your
and
foundation
just
back
build,
up.
build your foundation better.
See,
And
I like that.
yeah, I watch a lot of like motivational people.
See, because that's what keeps us going.
Yeah, the motivation, just watching motivation gets me motivated. I motivate myself, and I just keep pushing from that.
And, speaking of motivation, and I always wondered, have you ever had a mentor? Anybody like, and if you did, who is, and how do you feel like they impacted your life?
I mean, no one in like the
Nothing in
business
particular,
sorts.
right?
Yeah, like I have my family, my father, like athletes I look up to, not really like straight business people, other than you know, like Gary. I'm not sure if you know Gary Vee. Yeah, he's another like a businessman, entrepreneur.
Hey, tell him to say hi. We will know each other.
Yeah, and I mean, just like learning about all these other businessmen, successful people, and yeah, it's like now I'm kind of seeing who I look up to for business,
Right.
and just learning about them, companies. But yeah, not really like a successful one person.
You got you got you a nice little. You're building
Right.
your group. You have
Right.
you have like two that you think in particular who you could spot up.
I would say that Gary Vee.
Gary Vee's one.
Yeah, he's one. I mean,
Gary Vee's one.
he was like a high school dropout, high school or college. I know he was a dropout.
He was one of those.
Yeah, because he was always getting like C's, D's, F's, which was like me. You know, I was like excelling in school.
Right.
I'm still in college, but you know, not getting
Still
like,
getting money though. Don't get it wrong, man.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of that, he's still in college. Do y'all get that? He's still in college doing this. You better get up off your asses. Because he sure is. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, him, Elon Musk is another extremely successful businessman.
Yep. That's another Elon. He
He's
loves
Elon
Elon.
Musk.
He
Yeah.
loves Elon Musk.
I mean, I know he gets like hate here and there, but you know, like running Tesla, SpaceX, Boring, like all these other companies.
I just think he's an interesting dude to keep
Right.
an eye
Very
on.
interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like I'm not like a fan.
Yeah, yeah.
It's more like anybody making moves like that, you got to keep
Right.
your eye on them.
Oh yeah.
All right, we just look at history.
Yeah.
He's gonna go to
just keep
space.
your eye on
Forget
that
about
dude.
it.
Yeah.
He's talking some crazy shit.
He's gonna go to space and forget it. He's gonna go to space.
Go to
and
Mars.
Forget about all of us.
Right.
He's gonna be like, oh yeah, I did. I already knew the moon was gonna explode and hit Earth.
Yeah.
You should have listened to me. You know, it's gonna be one of those situations.
Right.
Should have listened. Should have spent that $50,000 for that ticket. That $50,000 ticket.
You're investing into it, yeah.
Right. You might as well have that in the
He's
back.
like, I told you it was a simulation.
Yeah.
I wasn't kidding. So you, even though you're still building up there, you know, you're a young entrepreneur in your game. There's still people who are still on paper, you know.
Right.
So if you could, what advice would you give to those new business owners? And, you know, what would you say to them?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I'm not going to say I'm like an experienced business
You
person.
know, but you've been out on the
Yeah, I
field
mean,
though.
I say definitely just getting out there. Like you always gotta start somewhere. Just like instead of just staying on the pen and paper, just go out to at least like one pop-up event. Start like an Instagram, Pinterest, just something to get your products out there. Because when I was starting, you know, I knew I wanted to own a business, be an entrepreneur since, you know, like high school. But it's always been like in my head and just thinking about it. Because the first move is always going to be the hardest, and you're going to be nervous and so yeah, just definitely, because I remember my first event when I first got out there, it was, that was a struggle. Because, you know, I'm a shy person. So I definitely had to get out of my comfort zone. I was a shy person, always just thinking about and just trying to map out my business in my head. But I mean, really, because you really just gotta get out there and start. Doesn't matter. Like I expected my first events to be bad. I expected it to be bad, but not that bad. I think the first one I walked out with, one sale. Walked around. And, so I mean, you definitely just gotta expect it. Expect the worst. Always for my events, you know, I just expect the worst, and if I have a successful event, solid event, you know, it feels even better. But yeah, definitely getting out there. It's the hardest part.
Yeah.
The first step is the hardest part, but
You say prepare for the worst, hope for the best type.
yeah,
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I knew that. See, I felt you.
Because you don't want to plan for disaster.
Yeah, you don't want to plan
Right.
for it, but you want to be
prepared
prepped for it.
prepared
though.
for it.
Yeah, you want to be ready so that way, damn, I only got one sale. Well, I expected
hoping-
none.
yeah,
You know, it's just like
Right.
one's better than none.
Of
you know?
course.
Take your wins. Take your celebrate many wins is what I like
Right.
to say. Celebrate many wins, and then, Like anything else you want to put like a little topper onto that for any of these other young entrepreneurs like you, or
Yeah.
like I said, they still on paper. Like I
Right.
can guarantee you right now, they
They're just thinking about it. And
like it's like, come on,
Yeah.
man, what else we got? You know,
yeah, no, I mean, and learning, like reading books, articles, speeches, that's definitely like a key part in it, I would say. Learning from your like experiences, mistakes, because I started my first year. I failed a lot, but I know a lot now. For my second year, I'm
Exactly.
ready for my second
Man,
year.
I'm so glad you said that because it makes me. I was just reminded of our second episode with Max where we discussed all of his failures, and if he didn't keep going past those failures, nothing's ever going to happen, right?
Right.
But those failures are what actually make your successes, right?
Right. Yeah. You learn from them. Yeah. Because all the failures, the bad events, the ones I lost profit at, obviously in the moment I was like sad and like a little,
of course, you know,
a little disappointed.
we are
but-
human. We are gonna feel that jab and the it hits the stomach.
Right. But I mean, really, I don't see that as a loss of money. I just learned from it, and you learn a lot from just going out there and doing it, see what works, see what doesn't, and even like the people who are just waiting to start. Maybe like you said, like people see that entrepreneurship is not for them,
Right.
so maybe just get out there and just see, is it for me? Do I like it? Because you definitely gotta like it.
You gotta like it. You know.
Yeah, because I mean, entrepreneurship, like you said, it's not for everyone.
It's not for
You have to love because I believe, you gotta love your job. I wouldn't want to go work for decades somewhere that I dread. So,
See, that's another, there you go. I
that's-
like that.
and that's another thing that like pushes me and inspires me. I don't want to go sit in an office job for 50 years, having to get weekends off, some days off, some vacation leave. And it's like working for someone else.
Exactly.
Just listening to someone else, and that's not. I mean, I know a lot of people would rather go,
9 to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, because it's more stable. They don't have to worry about much. But there's definitely pros and cons. Definitely pros and cons of it. Because I work. I'm a student assistant right now at the state.
Oh,
So,
got
yeah,
you.
so
Hey, give me respect.
Yeah, so
Respect.
I work not 9 to 5, but I work 8 hours, sitting at the desk, sitting there, typing on the computer,
Right.
just sitting there, 8 hours. I already know it's not that's not for me.
Like we're not complaining. It's just that it can get tiresome after a while. That's all,
yeah,
that's all.
just I already know that's not for me.
Right.
And, even people who work 9 to 5s, they're still, you do your side hustle, investing, and just like building something up on the side to take your place. I'm lucky, I'm starting early,
Right.
20,
Yes.
and so I could hopefully build up my business right now to hopefully take over. And
Ooh.
it's
It's
yeah,
gonna take over.
I hope so. I
will.
see it. I see it.
It will. So with that being said, what's next for you, my brother? What we got? What we got in the works? What's in the future to come?
Right. So I mean, I definitely got a lot of big plans. I see this year as a big growth year. I took like 4 months off, for the winter.
Right.
Really just learning, seeing, like just learning mainly and planning things out. Because plans change from when I first started. Like the idea that I had in my head.
Yeah.
After the first year, I changed it. So now it's where I'm getting a food trailer.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of people I haven't really announced that, but yeah, a food trailer's in the works. I hope to get it done because I'm building it from the ground up, by installing everything. Yeah, so that hopefully I'm gonna get the trailer like the end of this month, and then finish it by March, and then really start the year again. Because like spring summer is when I'm gonna shine. Especially this summer, I feel like it's gonna be hot.
It's gonna
It's gonna
be
be a hot summer.
Man, we drowned the majority of this. Yeah, even though we needed all this rain, but yeah, we drowned out here. We gonna want to dry off now.
Yeah.
Like, we can, like, today it's been kind of beautiful.
Yeah, it's
so-
been a nice day, but
You know, I got an idea. I think it'll be fun to come by while you're building and do a little shoot.
That's what I was telling him
Okay.
about that earlier. They'll have to come
Yeah.
by, like when he has an event coming up or something, or when you start. Yeah, we can actually come up there while you building the truck up, while you getting it ready.
Yeah.
We can come push up on there and say what's up.
okay,
Now,
of course.
I'm gonna want my Oreo cheesecake though.
Yeah. I got you.
know, this don't come for free. I need my Oreo cheesecake.
I got
bro.
you guys, yeah.
Mm.
But another food trailer, I feel like that's going to be a big, because you know, last year I was really just doing it, just like straight like table, ice chest, menu, and a canopy. That's it. And you know, I see that, again, I learned a lot from it. People just walk right by when you have nothing to bring them in.
Exactly.
So I mean, again, I was a shy person. You know, I had to really speak up, and the only like the customers I drew in was with my voice. Like, you guys want a free sample, or hey, you know, like this is what I have. And you know, I definitely see a bright future because, like, the majority of people who came over and tasted it, they bought it.
Exactly.
They all purchased something.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm just thinking like I just need something to draw people in, like a entertaining booth.
Right.
Because my booth was very dry, like very dry, like no flags, no banners, nothing. So
hey, like we said, we was in the beginning. This is
Right.
the beginning.
right, and I mean, because I was like throughout the year, I kind of had an idea that I might need to change my name. I might need to change like the
Play around with it.
yeah. So I didn't want to get like any banners, any flags, nothing like cement with my branding on it too early. No, in case, you know, which I did have to change it.
Got you. Yeah.
But yeah, the food trailer is definitely going to be a big stepping stone.
Man, I'm juiced for that. That's so
Yeah,
nice.
me too.
Heck yeah. And
Me
like I
too.
said, Heaven and Bite sounds better anyway.
No, I appreciate it.
I really like that name, Heaven and
Thank
Bite. There, because I'm telling you, there's that.
Heaven and bite.
People
That's
like
the plan.
people love hearing that type of
Right.
stuff too, because then they're gonna be like, oh really? Let me just buy one of these foods and see this.
See if it's true.
Oh, maybe let me take 6 more. Yeah, it's one of those
Right.
situations. So
Right.
man, please give them, let everybody know how they can contact you. I need your give them your tags. What's
Yeah.
up, man. Tell the people, man.
Yeah, so on Instagram we're Heaven and a Bite Desserts, and then same on Facebook, TikTok. Our website's heavenandabitedesserts.com. Yeah, those are our main resources right now. We do pop-ups in Sacramento, Elk Grove, and this year we're trying to go expand in San Francisco.
Ooh.
Because I know there's good events in San Francisco.
Man. Oh, hey, how about this? Hey, so hold on a minute. I'm not gonna let you
Yeah.
skip Fairfield and Vallejo. Hold
Oh.
on a minute. So yeah, you go bring your butt over here because they have little things out in Vallejo. I don't know if they still do it. It usually happens every other Wednesday. So I'll see if that's still going down. But best believe I'll find something in Fairfield to bring you out here
Yeah.
because I'm like, nah, man, I need you out here because
Right.
that, like I said, I only had a piece. And,
Yeah,
I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to go all the way to Sac to get this. This might be worth the trip. You know, I was gonna say, just might be
Yeah.
worth the trip. I might have to take that trip.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely going and expanding different locations. But I mean, speaking of like my dessert bites, I also planning to release like mini ones. You know what dibs are?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that because these are kind of like bite size right now,
Yeah.
and the mini ones you're just gonna pop them in your mouth.
Oh.
And it's like the plan is, I mean, we're also making our own ice cream. So it's, yeah, because I was buying like store bought, in the big tubs
Mhm.
and just scooping ice cream out. I mean, it's good. It worked.
Right,
It was convenient.
That's how you start.
The
yeah.
price point was good. But again, during these, like the break that I took, really developing like a good, creamy, flavorful ice cream.
Yeah.
The plan is put that into like a mini one. And when you eat it, it's like a burst of flavors,
Creamy.
Yeah, see, like that's why I was like, we're all on board for that. Yeah.
Right.
I have a big problem with ice cream and cheesecake, and so
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's definitely something else. The mini ones, because I did try last year. I tried out one event. I brought mini ones to test it, and they were gone. So I
And
definitely
people
see
love bite. People
yeah,
love to
bite
be able to
size. Just
be able
toss
to
in your mouth.
toss in the mouth. Yeah.
Right, and then because I was selling these in like prepackaged, heat sealed plastic bags, which, for like permit wise and business, since it was already pre-packed,
Right.
they weren't really like worrying about it. But if I was like serving it, and
It'd be a different.
yeah,
story.
that's a different story. But the food trailer, I plan on like serving cups, top it,
Smart.
even put them in like freshly baked waffle cones, and so yeah, this the food trailer is gonna be like a big like test kitchen.
Oh
It-
man.
I'm excited for it. I got high hopes for it.
Well, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm
I
sitting here like, yeah, man, I'm willing to take the trip. I will
Yeah.
take that trip. And like I said, with your trip, man, you better
Yeah,
not
it's gonna-
forget about Fairfield,
Vallejo.
Vallejo,
Right.
Richmond, so. I love you, Richmond. Berkeley,
Oh yeah,
Oakland.
Berkeley. Yep.
Yeah, you make sure to see, because they will all love you.
Right. I mean,
They will all, the Bay will show you
Right.
love, man, because, yeah, this stuff was good.
yeah, I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
this stuff was
I
good.
appreciate it.
And can I just say from jump, like, how old are you, my brother?
20.
20. I want to say this to all y'all. He started. You actually started. And
Right.
he's only 20 and he's already got a name out there. He's already got his business out there. He's got the picture. He already went through a name change
Right.
at 20, y'all. So I'm saying you are motivation in
I
itself,
appreciate it.
bro.
Thank
and I
you.
just want to say, even for some of the other people that, even the older folk that
It's
still
never
trying
too
to get their
late.
name out
It's
there.
never too
Right.
late.
It's never too late. Like I said, you are an inspiration in itself.
Thank
Like,
you.
For high
Thank
schoolers, there's people older than me looking at you right now, like, okay, I can do this.
I
I think I
appreciate
can
it.
do this. So I just want to tell you, man, I appreciate you.
Thank
just
you, man.
you being you,
Thank
honestly.
Yeah,
just
thank
you
you.
being you, because not a lot of people, like I said, not a lot of people can do this, and not only to do this, but to also take your lumps, take your losses, and still keep going.
Right.
That shows a lot about your character. That shows a lot about all entrepreneur characters. Like, yeah, it didn't work that first couple of days. Bet you it worked the next day.
Right.
I come from the acting field. So usually when we go on auditions, it's like out of 1,000 no's, there's one yes. And that one yes, whether it be a small role or a big role, I'm just blessed I got that yes.
Right.
So, that's why I always talk about celebrating mini wins and stuff. So I always tell people, never give up. Never give up.
Right.
Continue your passion. And like a wise man once said, work harder on your dream than your job,
Yeah.
And that wise man, some people, I say this a lot, but Les Brown is the one who says this. And that's the reason why I stick on. That's why I always push his name on the people that I feel like, especially you have the gift.
I appreciate it.
Entrepreneurship is a gift. Some people think, oh, everybody can be an entrepreneur. Go do it.
Right.
Go give it a shot. Let's see how well you do. And you'll quit within the first month. Oh, I have to do it.
No, you're the motivational speaker, dog. You can't be like that.
Right.
I guarantee you'll do it if you want to do it.
It's like there's nothing to stop you. Don't,
Right.
Yeah.
Especially in America, it's
Opportunity.
Right. Amazing place to.
It's the land. It's the land of opportunity, man. There's nothing that I feel like that can stop you other than yourself.
Right. Of
You know.
course.
The hardest judge is the one in the mirror. So,
Right.
I always say that if you can get over that person in the mirror and not only get over them, love them.
Right.
You got to love yourself when you're going into any type of business. You got to love yourself, then love the business.
Of course.
Because if you don't love yourself, the business is going to tank because you're kind of like your confidence, all that stuff, like you said, the distractions.
Right.
Those distractions, like I'm building, but my friend is booming,
Right.
that can hurt you.
Of course. Yeah.
And the whole thing is being a good entrepreneur is, okay, watch what I do then.
Right. Just use that as motivation.
Exactly. I like to say iron sharpens iron.
Right.
Because, okay, you're good, I'm good too. Now we're literally competing with each other to see who's the best, but I'm not worried about you. I'm
course.
happy for you.
Of course.
I'm happy that you're succeeding, vice versa.
Right. I mean, definitely surrounding yourself with people with the same. I mean, I'm learning this right now too. And like you said, self-love. I'm learning. I feel like love yourself before you love like your business, and other stuff. I feel like that's where it starts. And surround yourself with people with the same mindset.
Yeah.
I met like a good amount of nice like business owners when I was doing my events, and then I'm taking like business classes and just trying to surround myself with people, because if I'm not feeling motivated, I got people next to me who we all have the same dream, so we're just we motivate each other, help each other, and learn from each other. It's not looking at it as like a competition, but just learning from it. And,
It's the group, it's the circle.
right.
You know?
The circle is surrounding
It's a
yourself.
circle of friends, like a circle of success is usually, King Coleman came out with a book not too long ago, and it mainly stood across that. Keeping yourself around a circle of people that you can learn from. Because if
Right.
you're the smartest one out of your group of friends, you need to get new friends.
Right, of course.
Yeah, because you're not going to rise up with just you being the smartest in the group. You got to at least, I can learn this from you. You can learn this from me, and that's the blueprint.
Of course.
Blueprint of becoming the best. And again, I have to say, bro, thank you so much, man, for coming on. Man.
Of course.
I appreciate you, bro.
Of course.
Heck yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, this will
Thank
not be the last time I see
Nah.
you either. Like I said, I'm getting my cheesecake, y'all. So thank you again, brother. This is Zero Gravity, signing out.
Thank you.
It's a